and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. They're not gonna allow any jump-ins. Blocks the jump-in, throws him down. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Player one is just about out of drive after that. Takes the chance to hurt him. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Smart throws, that'll do more damage than usual. They don't need to go for anything big. Even a gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Springs forward with the drive rush. Drive rush to keep it going. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. What'll happen here? Big throws. Charging in with the drive rush. No escaping that. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Drive rush to keep it going. Suplex it! Blocks the drive reversal? Ugh, scuff him. What now? What are they gonna do? Checks with a sandblast. That corner is starting to... Perfect execution with the anti-air. Looking to bump super hard to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Woo! I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell them what's good. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. What are they thinking here? Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. This is looking bad. What are they gonna do? Very solid corner switch. Takes a trip. Capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Gets carried to the corner. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Transverse, the hit throw connects. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. Hits with the overhead. Still scrapping for control of the space. One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player two experiencing burnout. Connects with the transverse to boost their metal level. A single hit, but no lapse in judgment goes unpunished. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Pokes with a meat forward rush. Back into the corner and whiffs. They're wide open. With super arts into play, it's really anything solid anti-air. Looking for a hold. Can place it. All in with a rush. Player two is in a very good spot now. Oh, yo, Rock super hit. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Puts him on a t-shirt with that finish. Player two is a fourth.
A new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Player 2.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? That was a solid anti-air. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. All right, what's coming up next? Not shy with the grab. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. The pressure is so intense here.
A drive impact could end it all here.
Finishes with the throw. Player 1
Player
on the
2.
board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Shows a medium kick. Jumps. Which way you gonna block?
Backs them into the corner in a hurry.
Dashes forward. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge.
Looking to plant him with a pile driver.
Still scrapping for control, springs forward with the drive rush. Nearing the end. Where's the drugs? Nothing but air. Okay, here we go.
Show some disrespect with that invincible special.
Player
This
2.
is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Sticks out a kick.
Medium kick hits.
Knocked them out of the air. Player 1 with the forward rush.
All the throw connects. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art.
Jump meets them air to air. Goes all in with the uppercut.
Checks with a sandblast.
Dangerous range here.
Oh, drive rush.
With super arts into play. Shrugs that off. Player 2 needs to pull a burnout. Did they mean to do that?
Amazing.
Brave headbutt. Will this super art do anything? Goes big time to end it. Never ever miss a chance to show off the fancy stuff. That was a fight heard round the world.
Player
Yo,
2.
hop that.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Uses the target combo as a filler. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. All that effort for so little payoff. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Solid blocking. Combo with the target combo. Player 2 may be just about done this round, but they still have a chance with a full drive gauge to tap into. The jump in is denied. Watch, that slight doubt is all it took. Player 1
Player
picks up the
2.
first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Brushes off the impact. Checks them with the projectile. A little too greedy there. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Jumps in. Burnout activates.
Looking to plant him with a pile driver.
You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Sneaks in the throw. That was a clinic on how a solid
Player
neutral game
2.
wins matches. This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. From up above, the throw hits. Now the fun begins. No go for the throw. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Low heavy, what's the play here? Opts for the throw. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Throws them. What's next? Takes a trip. Player one chases them down, gets the parry in, and adds some pressure. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Can't tech the throw. Heading into the end game now. Will this Super Art connect? Pulls them in, looking to drill them. Both fighters planning something? Player one just put themselves on equal love tap to close it. Player two hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Who's going to start things off? Bops them with a target combo. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player two will want to take advantage of their drive rush to keep it going. Knockdown. Springs forward with the drive rush. Side switch in the corner. Still scrapping for control of the space. Gets scooped from down low. Big throws. They return to center stage. Headbutt. They must have a game plan here with a critical art on deck, but executing that plan is the key. So, what's next? Jumps? Tries to make something happen with an overdrive art. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Both fighters planning something? Player two, wall splat into the guard break. Back to the corner. Are we gonna play Impact Peekaboo? Closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. The last round. It's now or never. Both fighters are raring to go. Heavy punch sends them flying. Still slugging it out at this range. Target locked and scoop. Big opportunity now in this corner. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. Clutch, anti-air. Forward rush. The throw is denied. Checks with a sandblast. Links it. There's a burnout. Player two is in a very good spot now. Oh my God, Raw Super! Back to the corner. Are we gonna play Impact Peekaboo? It is over! Get that bank account ready because that fight was...
comes a new challenger.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Player one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Blocks the jump in. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player one has them legit shook in the corner. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Taking stock. Handily escapes the throw. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing KO. Player one sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? The jump in is denied. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Still scrapping for control of the space. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. manages to block the jump-in attack. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Good awareness on the cross-up. Takes the opponent out of the air, decides to go fancy on that jump-in, and takes care of it with a perfect parry. Big opportunity coming. Both fighters planning something? They've got links it! Life lead is there, but still, burnout activates. Player 1 will look to this is gonna hurt. Taking chunks out of each other here. Oh boy, both running in, crowns them from above. Will this super art do anything? Shifts them for the win. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Utilizes the parry here to try and establish the pace. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? There's a corner switch. Blocks the jump in. Cross-up block. They are not afraid to let the overdrive art fly, even when their drive gauge isn't topped off. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. No more drive gauge. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. All right, what's coming up next? Looking for a chance. Barely blocks the jump in. Blocks the low heavy. Blocks the kick hits. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Burns the drive gauge. The jump in is denied. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Jumps in. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Blocks the low heavy, and their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? A quick breather. Jumps, barely blocks the jump in. A drive impact could end it all here. Gets carried to the corner. Connects with the throw. This may be it. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Oh my God, what that blocks the low kick? What are they gonna do? In attack, willing to risk it for the overdrive. Sticks out a kick. Here comes the, doesn't set the throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Hits the drive. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the rising uppercut. Jumps. This is gonna hurt. Plenty of help. Turns out. Are we turning it right up with a super? Still alive? Still alive? What? That was enough to kill? Yo, that read was godlike. Player 1 is...
A new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Blocks the jump in. Stands firm and blocks the drive in. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. Strings it all together. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. All right, springs forward with the drive rush. Player one is gonna brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it.
Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink in there? Player two
Player
picks
one.
up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now?
Jumps in.
Player two springs forward with the drive rush. Big throws. Drive rush to keep it going. Going in.
Blossom. The impact doesn't do anything.
You've got to be mindful of region jump-ins at this range.
The engagement here will have a huge effect on the rest of the match. Both fighters planning something? Player one will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Just goes for it at this range. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. What'll happen here? Could we see a drive impact here? Oh no, they're stunned. Player one can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. They got critical art now. A clean KO. Nice meter awareness. Flatline zone.
Player one.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Who will come out on top in this final round? Jumps in. Still plenty of time left. Still slugging it out as it's looking to plant him with a pile driver. Player two needs to take advantage of this. Is gonna hurt. Oh, they switch sides. Maid goes all in with the uppercut. That corner is starting to look scary. Burns out. They put this and lead to some big damage. Noticeable life lead is a comeback raw super art incoming. Damn! Just look at the damage. Okay, here, solid anti-air. Dangerous range here. Back to the corner. Are we gonna play impact peekaboo? They're dizzied. The buffet is open. We're so close to the end of the round that if they were sitting on their meter for this super art, here's the with the dumps them! Player one has gotta be feeling
Player
good
one.
getting the win out of that absolute carnage. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Sneaks in above.
Throws him. What's next? Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Parries the attack and, taking stock. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Reads them. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player one is in burnout. Drives off the table. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Goes for the super art? All right, what's coming up next? KO.
Player one picks up the always
Player
important
one.
first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. A brave forward jump there to start. Grabs them. Player two has the life advantage. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Dashes forward. Near empty burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player two has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Rising uppercut. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Player one got him up against the wall and the stun is there. Experiencing burnout. Player two is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Player one can't afford mistakes overhead, but it won't work.
What are they gonna do?
Clutch, anti-air. Back, yo, critical art now?
Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be?
Links it.
Burn out, but they may have a plan here. What's next?
Even a flinch,
What a finish!
Woo, I dare you to find me a better match than that.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Player 2.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Still slugging it out here. No go for the throw. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Limited resources at hand right now. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. I can't keep KO. Player 2
Player
picks up
2.
the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Decides to buff up while they can. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. They quick goes for the level 1 super. How's this rap? Charges forward. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Jumps up. Genius read. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Butt smash. Will we see a drive impact? Side switch in the corner. A quick breather. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Show up force. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 needs to links it. Knockdown. Oh, burnout triggered. They've got the meter for a drive. Big time whip. Burnout, but they may have a plan here.
Oh, putting the cherry on top. Sits him down with a super. Now that's how you take a round.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see
Player
if they can
2.
build themselves a streak. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Holds out with the block. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. All right. Nice, perfect parry there. What'll they do next? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. From up above. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Did well to get the buff in there. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Will we see a drive impact? Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Knockdown, burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move! Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.